Hello everyone and welcome back. Now this, as you can tell by the title, is another talking video. Now I know what you're saying, James, why are you making so many of these? Because at the moment I've got stuff to say. If I've got something to say, I'm going to record it and, upload it. But as it stands, a lot of the time I don't have much of interest to say, or well, I don't feel I have anything of interest to say. But today I do. Because this was a video I wanted to make yesterday, but I was incredibly tired and said, sod this, I'll do it tomorrow night. Now tomorrow night has become tonight. So you could argue in a way I lied to myself when I said I'd do this tomorrow, because I'm doing it tonight, or rather now. Anyway, the point of the video was I had a major setback yesterday in my battle, and I wanted to talk about it. Now it all started yesterday morning when I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. And my head became filled with intrusive thoughts. Or rather, one particular intrusive thought. What if you do actually meet someone, but then it turns out several years down the line they actually hate you, and they take pleasure in you suffering? A stupid intrusive thought, I will admit. A bizarre one. Probably brought on by years of watching TV and reading too many of those am I the posts on social media, admittedly. But the thought stuck with me. And the thought suddenly occurred to me was if I meet someone, how do I know if they genuinely like me for me and not have some nefarious purpose? Because if I'm honest, I've not had a lot of luck with relationships. And when I look back on relationships, I've struggled to see how the other person has liked me. I mean, I'm not going to go into details because this isn't one of those pity things, I don't want you all to feel sorry for me, because if I'm honest with you, the amount of drama I've been through in life is probably less than a lot of people. It's not that I wish to, play down my own bad luck in life, but at the same time I also don't want to play down anybody else's by implying that I've had it worse, because I probably haven't. Now I could go on about it, but the point is, the intrusive thought was there, and it kept me awake, thinking about things. And it brought up all memories and bad ones. It's funny. We remember bad things, but we don't always remember good times. They're harder to remember. Strangely in life, with people, they do a million nice things for us, but one horrible thing, and we remember that more than anything. I know I do. The problem for me is that sometimes a bad memory can sour a good memory. Because people always say, you should always look back on the good times, but a lot of the time, those good memories have been soured for me. Now, back to my original point, because I do get easily distracted. If you're new to this, because I've got new subscribers, I should point out that I get easily distracted a lot. I'll be talking about one thing, and then suddenly I'll mention one other thing, and then I'll end up talking about that for a bit. Apparently there's a few politicians out there at the moment who do the same thing. Anyway, the intrusive thought was there. It kept me awake. I wasn't getting back to sleep. I tried. After about 30 to 40 minutes, I decided to fall. I thought, I'll fall asleep watching TV. Distract me from the thoughts. And I could feel myself drifting off as the TV was on. I was watching something boring. I can't really remember what I was. And it was like the thoughts were pulling me back into the land of awakeness, It was like I was getting asleep and they were saying, no you don't, Jim, you're not sleeping. So eventually about 4:30, 4:45, I got up. I had a drink of water, done my usual morning routine, and I decided to go jogging, as I do most mornings. And if I'm honest, the intrusive thoughts stayed with me throughout most of the exercise as well. Now, normally, if I'm honest, I get a lot of intrusive thoughts when I'm jogging, when I'm exercising. It's usually the same one saying, what are you bothering this for, Jim? Why are you bothering? There's no reason for it. You're just suffering for no reason. But I persisted, and I jogged the 5.2k or whatever distance it actually is. I do 5 mornings a week, weather permitting. I say weather permitting because most mornings I get rained off. I mean, last week I managed it twice, I think, or was it 3 times out of 5? I can't remember now. It's not important. Point is, I'm not able to do as much as I used to, or as I used to at the moment, because it's raining most mornings. Although if you're not from where I'm from, then you wouldn't know this. But if you are from an area where I am, you'll probably know it's been raining a lot. But anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I'd done my exercise. I was better by the end, because by then the intrusive thoughts had gone by the end of it, which was really good, and I was really happy about that. But as the day went on, I thought about it more and more. The intrusive thoughts they were there, but they don't really bother me, because by that point I'd reached I know these are stupid, they're just there thoughts, I think I said once in a video, one of my reading videos, when I was going over a book about OCD, and there's this one guy who had some very bad intrusive thoughts about him hurting people, and I think I said, how's it? Let your thoughts be dark, they do not define you. And I'm glad I remember saying this, because it's actually a really good quote. And I'll say this to each and one of you now, okay? Your thoughts do not define you, okay? Your actions define you. Much like my intrusive thoughts about me being screwed over by someone I haven't met. It's just a thought. It's not reality. Doesn't mean it's going to happen in real life. I mean, technically it could, but it's unlikely, Most people in life do fine. But if I'm honest, when it comes to relationships, I mean, I'm not going to blame myself as a victim, but I have this habit of ignoring red flags. And I mean ignoring them. I mean, my partner may wave a massive red flag right in my face. So big that it could be on that YouTube channel, that guy who puts like TikTok videos on and then dances around with his massive red flag. Like that. And I'll look and I'll think, you know what? This is fine. So there's a lesson to be learned here. The lesson learned is to be cautious. So I'm getting a bit obsessed. Follow my eyes there for a moment. What was I saying? Oh yes. The point is, you've got to be cautious sometimes in life. And if someone does show you a red flag, don't ignore it. Because if you do ignore it, you will pay the price. And I mean that because I have in life. But it's not important, The drama I've been through in life is no worse than what any other people have been through, as I've said. And that's another thing, actually. I will say I do this a lot with myself. And I've already done it in this very same video. I'll say this now. All your pain, all your dreams, they're all valid. Okay? Now, no matter what you go through, there will be someone out there who's had it worse than you. Always. It's a fact of life. I mean, there's 6 plus billion people on this planet. So the chance of you having the worst life of them all is close to 0. But that doesn't mean that you should use that as an excuse to berate yourself for not feeling, for feeling pain or sadness or whatever. Because I do this myself, and as you know during the video, I've already done this. Okay? But I will say this now, okay, your pain is valid. It's always valid. And never let the experience of another person who's had it worse invalidate your own pain, okay? Never do that, alright? Because one of the things I've done in life is I've invalidated my own pain. I've always said, oh, it's not that bad, or this thing I'm going through ain't that bad, other people have it much worse than me. Now, that can be a way, that can be nice thinking in a way that you can use that to spur yourself on, you know, because you can say, it's not that bad, other people have it much worse, I'm lucky, or blessed, or whatever you want to say. But at the same time, you can't invalidate your own pain, or rather you shouldn't. I mean, technically you can, I mean, I do it all the time, and I'm sure some people watching here do it too, but the point is, you shouldn't. And I mean that, you shouldn't invalidate your own pain, because all your experiences are valid. You are valid, okay? Yes, you, especially you, okay? I know who you are. You think you're invalid, but you're not. You're valid. And you're pretty awesome too. Just like me. Anyway, to go back to the story, because I did warn you I'd get distracted, didn't I? I really did warn you. And I bet you didn't take me seriously either. Anyway, back to the story. I got better. The intrusive thoughts, they stayed, but they didn't bother me anymore. And it made me realise that in this journey, there are going to be setbacks. I mean, I've said this before, but until you actually go through a setback, you don't really think about it too much. But there will be times when you're set back on your journey. There will be times when life will be like, you're not getting better, and it just pulls you down. And that's going to keep happening, unfortunately, okay? But what you got to do is get back up. You've got to say, screw you, life. I'm going to get back up and be my best person. My best self. That's probably better. And next time you have your bad days, I want you to remember that. That you can get through this. I can get through this, and so you can get through this too. Because we all have it in us to get through this, okay? Each and every single one of us. Not just me, not just you, but all of us. But what we need to understand is that there will be days when we are pushed down. And there will be days when we do want to give up. But we don't have to. We still got so much potential to unlock yet in ourselves. And I mean that for all of us. We all have so much potential. And the fact that I got over this very quickly and didn't dwell on it for an entire day brings me back to another video, the popular one, in that I got better, which means I am getting better. And that makes me really happy because yesterday is proof that I am getting better. Now, as I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted by an itch, which you won't see, because I don't think people need to see that. Maybe in an uncut video you'll see it, but not in this one. Not today. Now, as I was saying, I got better, which means I'm getting better. And that is more proof that I am getting better. And it feels so damn good, you know? I feel really good about it. I mean, I shared this story on a social media group for people who are supportive of each other. And I got so much love. And so many people said I feel the same way. And it's really nice. Because it shows that we're not alone in this journey. There's so many out there like us. Going through the same journey. Okay, just trying to get there. And trying to be the best person they can. There are so many of us out there. We won't reach all of them, but if you think you know someone who's struggling, show them some love, people. Please, show them some love. I don't just mean me, I mean other people you know too. If you think you know someone's having a hard time, just be there for them, you know. Show them some love. Say hello to them. Ask them how they're doing. Let them know that they can rely on you for a bit of mental support. Doesn't have to be a grand thing. You don't have to take them to the airport or anything, but you can be there as someone who knows them. I mean, I have you guys watching these videos. I mean, my subscriber count is now up to 76. No, sorry, 78 as of this evening. which means I've got a lot of emotional support now. And that makes me really happy. And I hope each and every single one of you who does watch this, I hope that you reach the destination that you desire in your journey to become the best person you can. And I hope you do get over these hard times, because you can do it. Okay, you just got to put in the time and effort. Unfortunately, it's hard. And it's much easier said than done, but it's what we got to do. Now, in case you're wondering, actually, I want to show you something. Look, this looks like a t-shirt, but it's not. It's part of the jumper, look. See? Part of the jumper. Because I looked at this and I thought, I'm wearing a white t-shirt. And I was. But this bit here is part of the jumper. So I think it's a pretty cool feature. Speaking of which, I'm wearing another jumper today, look. Yes, I know I'm a bit of a fatty still, but I'm exercising, so that will eventually be gone. Right, that's it for me tonight, people. Just wanted to share my setback with you all, and when you have your next setback, I hope that you get over it very quickly. And before I go, just remember to show some love to someone who might need it, alright? You could just make their day, you never know. But also, take care of yourselves too. So until next time, bye.